All right. Hope everyone is doing well. Need to wait for this to kind of kick in. Make sure my audio is coming in nice and loud. It is. Very good. All right. Be starting in moments time. All right. Let me just sort out a few more things on this end and then we're good to go. All right. Take these off. Don't need my headphones. Do get a bit of way. Going live. Drupal. Hashtag token. There we go. All right, so today we're going to be talking about the most exciting part of Drupal, and that is tokens. Believe it or not, it is pretty important. Understanding tokens, I think. Let me bring the table a bit further down, set up the mic, set everything up, and we are nearly ready to rock and roll. I'll start recording here, and let me bring this down. I'll pop that there. Pop this there. And this can go kind of in the middle. All right. And finally, so that's recording. What else am I doing? Oh, I need to, oh, wrong place. All right. So don't need to record that. Do need to record that. And I need to select the right mic. Rode pod mic USB. It's recording that, and we're good to go. Okay. All right. I think we are ready to go. Absolutely ready to go. All right. Let's now switch over. Excuse me. To the main feed. Bring up the mic a little bit more so you can hear my nice accent. Yes, it's an accent. Is it nice? Who knows? All right. We're good to go. All right. So what is this? Getting started with tokens in Drupal. Nice. All right. Put that in and let's get going. Cool. All right. Go. All right. Where's the camera? Right in front of me. All right. Cool. So hello and welcome to tonight's video. Today we're going to be talking about the token system in Drupal. Now, the token system is actually a big part of Drupal. It's not just a module. Now, more often than not, you will go ahead and download the token module, but the functionality and the API of token itself is in Drupal core and has been for a pretty long time. I don't remember exactly which version it was added in, but it's been in Drupal core for a long time. But the token module that you can see on screen right now gives you an interface to view tokens. So, when you click on the browse available tokens and you get that nice little pop-up, which is always right down at the bottom right, you need to always move it back up and down. Yeah, that one. So that one, so that UI is controlled by the token module. And just to kind of make sure everyone is on the same page, let's talk about what actual tokens are. Okay. So tokens are just little placeholders that you add into content or or wherever token allows you. And then Drupal comes along and simply replaces these little tokens which have square brackets with some bit of content. So this is a great way of adding in dynamic content to text fields and text areas. And another way to think of it is as shortcodes. So if you use other CMSs such as WordPress, WordPress utilizes a lot of shortcodes, and that's pretty much the same thing. Tokens, shortcodes, same thing. Here you can see an example of what a token looks like. You have the square brackets, and then you have the main token type, if you will call it that, or category, which will be node, and then colon, and then you can have the property. But you can also have multiple tokens. So you can have node, colon, title, colon, value, colon, whatever you want, all the way down. And then you can even have a question mark in the token where you can pass in dynamic, like a dynamic argument into the token. So there's a lot you can do. Now, I like to always scroll down and look at the reported site installs because I do believe Token was at one point, or probably still is, the most installed module. Let's take a look here. All right, you can see that this is actually a good representation of Drupal itself because every single Drupal site would need this module. I mean, pretty much, yeah, every single Drupal site. So you can see that at its peak, 2017, that's when it kind of peaked, Drupal. It was above, what is it, 800K, and then now it's down to 600K. Yeah, Drupal hasn't lost that much. It is going down-ish, but that's all right. Drupal CMS is here to save the day. Well, who knows if Drupal CMS is going to turn the tides, but we like using it, Drupal CMS. Because if we do go to, where is it? Modules? Is this it? Is it the most no, Path Auto is. Wait, let's have a look. Most installed? Is it the most installed? It is. Oh, there you go. There you go. It is. C Tools. Do people still? Oh, okay. Let's have a look at C Tools. I was going to say if people still use that. It's going down. And of course, Path Auto. Use Path Auto pretty much on every single Drupal site as well. What about this one? This will give you better representation. Oh, it hasn't dropped that much. Anyway, we're here to talk about Token. So that is just a quick introduction in Token. So the token module and what tokens are. Now, tonight we're going to be taking a look at four modules, four very useful modules when you're dealing with Token. And the first one will be Token Filter. This allows you to add tokens directly into your editor, so CK editor, and it gives you an actual filter which you can add to a text format. Then we'll take a look at field token value. This gives you a field type, and then you can add a token into that field. And this is a great way of creating some type of property on your content type, and it's got a bit of dynamic functionality in it because you can pass in these because you can add tokens into the field. Then we'll take a look at token OR. Now, this isn't a boat oar or a canoeing oar, it's the actual operator oar. What it allows you to do is it allows you to kind of chain up multiple tokens so that if the first token doesn't return a string, it'll just go down the chain and keep checking each token until something returns a string. And then you can also set up a default value. So let's say, for example, none of these two tokens actually return anything, then it will finally return this string, which is essentially hard-coded, and it's a nice way of adding in a default functionality. And finally, we'll take a look at creating custom tokens. So you can create custom tokens all through Drupal's UI. You won't have to write any custom code. Now, in the past, I have written custom code for tokens, and I've done that actually a bunch of times, but I'm not going to cover that in today's video because we are using Drupal CMS. Drupal CMS, I believe, is a great low code, or I would say no code solution, but let's be honest, low code. So there is a bit of code involved. But tonight, we're not going to be writing any custom code to create tokens. We can do that through Drupal's UI. All right. So let's start things off by taking a look at token filter. So as I mentioned, token filter allows you to add tokens directly into your editor, and then the tokens are rendered. And this is a great way of just giving your editors the option to add in bits of dynamic content in within the editor. Now, setting this up is relatively simple. All you need to do is go ahead and download it. Now, I've already done that using Composer. And then I've got my Drupal CMS site over here. I also want to mention that everything we cover here, you can implement in Drupal core, which is the original Drupal. But Drupal CMS is just a nice packaged version of Drupal. So to get started, let's go to extend and we'll search for token. And you can see here we have, where is it? Token filter. And click on install. And let's give that a moment while it goes ahead and installs. Then you want to go into configuration and text format and editors. And you want to configure a text format. So I'll use content right here. Now, on your Drupal site, it'll probably be something different, but just edit the text format that you use the most, or any of them that have the actual CK editor. But you could technically use it without the CK editor. Then you want to enable replace global and entity tokens with their values. If you can't see this filter, clear your cache and make sure you've installed the module. And if you scroll back up, you will see this new button, which is token browser. So let's add that from the available buttons to the active toolbar. This just adds it to the CK editor toolbar. Then scroll all the way down and click on Save Configuration. That's pretty much it. Now, you may have to tweak, if we click on Configure, you may have to tweak the order of your filters, but that depends on your text formats and your filters and how you've configured things. So if things aren't quite working, because you may have a filter for this global, this replace global entities token that could replace the actual token square brackets. I don't know. There could be many reasons why it may not be working, especially if you do have a custom filter that's sanitizing content out. You may accidentally sanitize and clean out your tokens and your tokens aren't working. So adjust it accordingly. All right, so we've set all that stuff up and clicked on save. Now let's give it a go. So let's go to content. Well, I'll open that up in a new tab. And let's create a new page. So I'll call this one test page. And I always forget to set it to published. And what we can do is let's put in the current page title. So I'll call this, well, I'll add in current, if I can spell it, page title, colon, put that in. And if we click on this available tokens button, we see all of the tokens. And let's click on current page and let's add in current page title. Now, the cursor was already in the editor. So once you've clicked on it, it should add it in directly. No, it wasn't. Okay, let me do that again. Oh, it was up the top here. All right, there you go. That's a great example of watch where you put your cursor. It's not a euphemism or anything, but seriously, when you're using tokens, just watch where you put your cursor. So if you want to say add a token up the top here, well, no, you can't put it there because it's not on that text editor. You want to make sure that your cursor is added in here. Then again, open up the token browser, click on current page and add the token in there. And it's still not, why is it? Oh, all right, let's chuck it in there or just paste it in. I don't know. Maybe I've got something running locally that's changing the buttons and cursor. Who knows? All right, let's hit save. Oh, there you go. And straight away we have the current page, which is test page. Now, of course, the current page will be the node, the actual node title, because Drupal does pass the current page, the node title as the current page title. Let's take things one step further and let's add in the author. So let's click on node. So you can click on node here and then we can drill down so you can have a look here and see. All right, let's go author and then add in the account name. Now, does this add it in? Oh, there you go. Adds it directly. All right, sweet. Let's put in author and hit save. And now we get the author, which is just admin. And Token Filter is smart enough to know that anything added to node will grab the node that is currently loaded on this page. So contextually, it is aware. Now let's edit this again and let's actually break this token because I want to show you what happens when you break it. So if this token can't be resolved and we click on save, well, what it's going to do is it'll show the token. Now this functionality is not that useful because you don't want just random tokens to appear and get indexed by Google and things like that. So what I do recommend is you come back into your editor where you've configured the token filter, scroll all the way down, and there is one option for the module, and that is replace empty values. So this will remove tokens from text if they cannot be replaced with a value. There you go. I'm just reading the description. So let's save that. And is it going to work out of the box? Oh, there you go. So if the token cannot be resolved or a value cannot be found, it won't be displayed. If we add this back in here, we get admin. There you go. It has been resolved, literally and figuratively. So that is how you use the token filter module. As I said, it's great for editors. If you want to give editors the ability to use it, I would think that there will be situations where tokens do not get resolved. So you may have a editor that comes to you and says, I tried to add this in, this vocabulary, why isn't it working? And it's kind of like, well, this will only appear if you're on the vocabulary page, or yeah, who knows if this stuff will actually appear. So it would be good if you could control which tokens get added. But what you could essentially do is not give this button to your editors and then just give your editors the token and say, look, chuck this token in and you're fine. Maybe you can do something like that. Or maybe you can create a custom button where it just injects it using, what is it? I'm trying to think. The CK editor content, is it content templates? You can add in through CK editor. I did a video on it, where you can add in just HTML, inject it directly into CK editor. So you could create something like that. So there are benefits to using token filter, and you can still hide this button. Because I feel like if editors see this, they'll be like, oh, great, I can chuck this, this, and this, and this. And then you have to deal with bug reports saying, I put in this random token, why isn't it working? That's because, well, contextually, that object isn't getting loaded. Now let's take a look at field token value. This module gives you a field which you can add to any type of fieldable entity, and it allows you to place a token when you configure the field. Now, this is important. You can you can add in the token when you configure the field. You cannot have on the actual edit page like here, you won't have a section where you can just put a token in and it automatically gets resolved. You add that token in when you configure the field. And most importantly, the value and tokens for the field are set within an instance settings, okay? With the field value being set in a pre-save, which means if you take a look at the field value, it is the resolved value. So you won't have the actual token stored in the field value. This will all make sense when I show you and we query the database. But let's first set it up. So go ahead and download the module. I've already done that. What I'll do is I'll go to extend and I'll search for, what is it? Field token value. Let's give that a moment. Then what we can do, right, there we go, installed. Then we can go to structure, content types, and let's add it to the event content type. And click on add, oh, sorry, what's it called? Create a new field. Has it always been that? I thought it was add a new field. Anyway. And you should see, hope you can see that in the video. Yes, you can. You should see field token value. Just add that one in. And we'll call this one token value. And click on continue. Then scroll down and you should see this field value. This is where you add your token in. So what I'll do is, let's imagine we want to add in this bit of text, which is the page was last updated, and then you add in node : changed. Then click on save settings. Now, if we go to manage display, we want to display this on the front end. So let's click on manage layout, and I don't like it when it's when you can see a preview. So let's uncheck that, and you should see token value. That should automatically be added. If the field isn't added in, you can just search for token value right here, and then just chuck that in. And if we configure it, the formatter should be just text. So let's move that up below, where is it? Featured image. So we can see it right up the top. And then click on save. And if we come to this page and edit one of our events, we won't see the actual token because remember, it actually resolves the value on a pre-save. So we need to go ahead and simply save the event. So this is important to understand. If you have, say, 1,000 articles and you want to add this field to the 1,000 articles, you can't just add the field and be done with it. You would have to then go ahead and resave all of the articles. Now that can be automated if it is just a resave. If for some reason you want to display the token, there are other ways of doing it. You can always just create your own custom field and then just hard code it that way. Or you can or if you really want to display that information, which tells you when the content was last updated, you can add that to the template. There's many ways of doing it. But if we go ahead and save it now, click on save, you will see straight away, you'll see that yes, now the token value is there. We can see it. Now let's take a look and see what this looks like in the database. So what I'll do, let me clear that. And I'll jump into MariaDB. Take a look and make sure we've got all the tables there. All right, perfect. And I will query, let's grab the query. That does not exist. All right, let's have a look and see why does not that table does not exist, because it is a different table. What did I call it? Let's go back here. Manage fields, and that is called token value. Oh, there we go. Would be token. Oh, that's going to be token value. Token value, and this will be called field token value. There we go. So this is the actual value of the field, and you can see that it's actually resolved the changed date to an actual date, or sorry, the token to an actual date. Now, if we go ahead and change this value, so let's go into here and change, and let's add in the, what is it, title. So I'll put in colon, node, title, and hit save. We refresh this. We're not going to see the updated token. Again, we need to save it. Come along in here. We won't see the token. We won't see the title. Okay. So what we need to do, as I mentioned, let's edit this and simply save it. And now we see the title. And if we come along in here, we should see the title right there being saved. So if you want to save tokens in a field, but remember the token will get resolved on a pre-save, then I highly recommend that you take a look at field token value. If for some reason you want to display this bit of information and have it appear straight away on your 10,000 articles, then you could do it at the template level. Again, there's a few ways of implementing it. Now let's take a look at token OR. This is a very useful module. I've used it a few times. And what it allows you to do is that it allows you to chain up multiple tokens, and it'll go through each token until one of them returns a string, essentially, or is not empty. So in this example right here, you can see that it's trying to resolve a URL for an image. So first it'll check this image, and then it'll go ahead and check the image URL on the header. And then finally, if you can't find it there, this one will always return a string because it is just a string, and then it'll use this default value. So that is a nice way of just using it, where you can have a default value at the end. Now, setting this up is really simple. All you need to do is, let's use this tab. Well, let's actually open up another tab and search for token OR. And you do have one that integrates it with web form, but let's just stick with token OR and click on install. Give that a moment. And let's go back into this event. And what I want to do is I want to display the location, but if location is empty, so here we have a location name right here. But if the location name is empty, I want to just put in a string, which is no location yet or something. Just put in a random string. So what we can do is let's go ahead and edit this again. And I'll add in the token of, what is it? Node. Well, let's actually put the cursor in there. Pop that up. And we cannot see, why can't we see node there? That's interesting. Let's refresh. Oh, we need to click on that one. Is that one the node one? Yes, it is. All right. Let's close that. Open this one up. Bring this. And what I want to do is search for location name. There we go. And then we put a pipe in. And let's just put in a string called no location and click on save. All right, so we've got our first comment, very useful field token value in several cases. Depends on, yep. Oh, okay. In several cases, you used it for internationalization and time zones. Oh, that is, yeah, that is actually pretty good. It's a pretty good use case for time zones. Then we would have to save. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, so there's another use case for this module, and that's for internationalization and time zones. Oh, thanks for that. It's a good comment. So now that we've saved this token in there with the OR operator, if we go back here and edit this, there is a location name. So let's just save it. We should see the location name right there. But if we remove it, then click on save, we should see no location. There you go. So this module, token OR is very useful when it comes to situations where you just want to add an OR operator in, and then just or even just having tokens that are chained together. You can have it chained in multiple ways and just chuck it all in, and then it'll finally get to the end, and then it'll resolve it and display the correct token. So there are a few ways that you can use the token all module. Now, the final module we're going to take a look at is called custom tokens. This allows you to create your own custom tokens without writing any custom code. Now, in the past, I have written tokens in code because there were specific reasons for it. But you can actually get away with a lot with just this module. And this module is pretty useful for creating reusable bits of HTML. If your tokens are, have large requirements complex business logic or complex requirements where it needs to query some other object and display it, then you may want to have to write custom code for it. But to create a simple sign up form a sign up link and then being able to add that into certain sections, this module does a pretty good job at helping you just create your own tokens. So scroll down and just grab the composer command. Now I've already gone ahead and installed it. So let's go back here and I'll type in, what is it? Custom tokens, throw that one in there and click on install. And if you go to structure, tokens, you will see here, you have your custom token types and you have one called custom. And then here you can add in your own token. So let's add one in and we'll leave it set to custom because that's the only one we have. And let's add in my custom token and I'll change the machine name. So this machine name is used as the actual token. I'll call this one my custom token. Then you can enter something in such as my tokens go here. I'll make that one nice and bold. Okay, hit save. Now let's go in and edit this page. Let's remove that. And we can add in, if we click on here, we should see a new custom. Here we go. We get a new token type called custom. We can chuck that one in there. Gets added in. Hit save. And where is it? Oh, there it is right there. Now it is going to throw in the P tag, and you can see here that the token actually, because it is loading up CK editor, it is going to throw in a P tag around it and also a strong, and that's why you do see, let's bring this down. You can see that it is generating this P tag and then the strong right there. But we can even go one step further and let's go and create a custom token, custom type, sorry, and I'll call this one, of course, WebWash. WebWash custom tokens. And what you could do, come back in here and we'll add this to WebWash and I'll call this one call to action. And let me put in the underscores, adds call to action link, sign up now. And let's just put in a link there, /newsletter. All right, the link's not going to work, but you get the point. All right, so we've got that all in there. Click on save. And now what we can do, we can go ahead and add in this sign up button or link or whatever you want to call it. Come along in here and we should see WebWash right down at the bottom here. And let's just add that one in. Then click on save. Now we have our sign up button. There you go. So it's very easy to add in these tokens to your site using custom tokens. It just makes it very, very easy. The other thing you can also do is you can add tokens to existing token types. So if you want, let's go back here. Let's click on add token type and we'll add in node. We should be able to, wait, no, go back here, custom type, custom token, sorry. And then Ivan test token. There you go. Let's just throw that in. Hit save. And now if we go in and edit, we should see Ivan's test token. Where is this? Under, where is it? Node. We should see, here we go. Ivan's test token right here. We can chuck that one in there. And hit save. And it is, there you go. Hello. There you go. Ivan's test token is added right there. So yeah, I mean, adding in custom tokens is very, very easy. Thanks to the custom token module. Now, let's just quickly recap what we covered. So we first took a look at what the token, what tokens are, and also the token module. Because remember, the token functionality comes in Drupal core. The API is there, but the ability to view and the interface for the tokens is only available when you use the token module. So 9 times out of 10, you will have the token module installed on your Drupal site. Pretty much every single Drupal site I've worked on, since I can remember, has used token. Now, tokens are used everywhere in Drupal. If we go to configuration and URL aliases, you can see here, tokens are used here to dynamically generate URLs based off a specific pattern. If we go to a piece of content, do we have meta tag module? No, if we go ahead and install, let's go ahead quickly and install the, what is it, SEO tools. No, we should have, let me see, do we have meta tag? Oh, it's not installed. Okay. So if we go ahead and install the meta tag module, you will see that meta tag is makes use of tokens. So where is that meta tag? Come along in here, and you can see here. Look at all these. These are all tokens. So if you do need to customize your token, now you know how. You know how to create your custom tokens. You can see here they're used everywhere. Okay, tokens are used everywhere. Even in web form, tokens are used, and also ECA, which is this workflow system, also makes use of tokens. So tokens are everywhere in Drupal. Then we took a look at the token filter module that allows you to add tokens directly into your, your text editor. So you can add a bit of dynamic spice to your content. Then the other module that we took a look at was field token value. This allows you to just add in tokens directly into a field. And then it is resolved, or a value is figured out when you pre-save a piece of content. Then you can add a bit of logic to your tokens by using token or, and finally, we took a look at creating custom tokens. So that is about it for this evening. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you've learned a lot. If you want to learn more about Drupal, just head over to webwash.net, and I will eventually start talking about other CMSs just to play around with. Oh no, I actually do have some articles on some other CMSs over at webwash.net. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. And I do want to mention, I'll bring this up now, is that I am in the process of converting all of these videos that you're watching right now into these type of courses, which are available for free at this point, and this is going to be part of the Drupal, the WebWash Premium community. And I'm not going to be able to do every single video, but essentially, if we take a look at, say, this one, you'll see that it's broken up. I do need to fix up the colors and things like that. It's broken up into separate videos. So instead of seeing one long video, you see separate videos, and this is all ad-free and at high quality. So this will be available soon. Right now, these videos are for free, but eventually that will be locked down. But you can always watch them on the YouTube channel. They will be always available on YouTube. And I'm just trying to also figure out if I want to set up like a Discord as well, and also some type of forum software where you can ask questions and be part of a community, because I really do enjoy doing these videos, but I need to monetize them somehow. And I feel like I've got so much gold here with these videos. I need to put them somewhere. All right. That's going to be coming out soon. But in the meantime, go to webwash.net/courses and you will slowly see them as they're coming up, and you can watch them. They're not behind a paywall at this point. Anyway, if you want to, again, if you want to learn more about Drupal, just head over to webwash.net. If you have any questions, leave a comment, and also chuck in some ideas for future videos as well. I'm always on the lookout for future ideas for videos. Anyway, that is it from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. All right. Oh, that was fun. All right. So the feed stayed up. All right, cool. So I want to make sure that the stream stayed up. My internet's been up and down a bit this week, but I think it's probably stayed up. Good. Perfect. All right. Hope everyone enjoyed it. Not that many comments tonight. That's all right. That means I can smash through the actual video. If you have any questions, leave a comment. Oh no, thank you. Oh, thanks. Thanks for joining. Oh, I hope you all learned something about token. It's not AI. It's like, I was actually thinking, you know what, maybe I'll write a bit of token code. What is it? write some custom tokens using what is it, AI. But then I thought, nah, you don't want to that kind of degrades things. I don't want to be known as a person that, oh yeah, just uses AI to just write basic stuff. You still need to know what you're writing. It's the most important thing. But I don't know. What did I hear? I heard this week from a CEO that, yeah, developers will be, you know, AI is going to be writing code in 6 months, and up to 12 months, it's going to be writing most of the code. So who knows? I've only got limited lifespan. Who knows? Anyway, cool. Yeah, thanks all. Anyway, well, it's a big weekend this weekend. I don't know if anyone watches Formula One. I do. It's on at Melbourne. Looking forward to it. The season is starting. So kind of pumped about that. Nice weekend of racing. It'll be good. All right. Well, I will, if there's no other questions, I always do like to stay back and have a chat. All right. So yeah, keep an eye out on this slash courses site page. You will be able to get access to a bunch of free content while I upload it. It's a bit of an effort getting these videos up there because it's a lot of, it's a bit of editing. But anyway, we'll eventually get it up there. All right. So I'll leave you all to it. Have a great weekend. I'll catch you all next week. See you later.